Good morning to the Center Director, the Deputy Directors, Senior Specialists and my colleagues and consultants from USM. I welcome you all for this presentation. I am Annamalai, the course supervisor for active learning of secondary science through the integration of ICT. The course is going to be held from April 29 until May 23, 2013 for 4 weeks in Wrexham. Active learning implies an active role of the learner in the process of achieving new knowledge or skills and is associated with the term learning by doing. The following are the rationale of this course. As we know, ICT plays a significant role in the classrooms, and ICT tools are much more interactive and offers potential for sustaining strategies that promote active learning in the classroom. And secondly, the teachers are expected to encourage students to think critically, and strategies that promote active learning are encouraged to be used extensively in the science classroom as it improves student understanding. The main objective of this course is to provide participants with an understanding of how strategies that promotes active learning through the integration of ICT. At the end of the course, participants are able to acquire understanding of various strategies that enhance active learning and development of critical thinking skills, demonstrate skills in using ICT tools, develop assessment tools that measure successful use of strategies through the integration of ICT, and use the lesson quality improvement process to design, develop and evaluate active learning through the integration of ICT. This is just a simple framework for the course. There are 5 major inputs. The first input is based on current trends and issues in the Southeast Asia region, and the next input comes from learning theories such as constructivism, active learning and inquiry-based learning. The third input is based on ICT tools such as critical thinking tools, blocks, digital video resources, interactive simulations, claymation, web quiz and game-based learning. And the fourth input is based on assessment using rubrics and online tools such as Socrative and Fluid Survey. The course is embedded with a workshop titled by Authentic Learning Contexts for Action-Based Problem Solving. The final outcome of this course is at least 4 lesson plan exemplars through the integration of ICT tools such as blocks, claymation, web quiz and game-based learning. One version of constructivist learning theory such as social constructivism emphasize how a culture influences its people's mental constructs and support collaborative learning. Constructivism mixes very well with the variety of classroom practices and lead to discovery learning, authentic learning and so on, where the teacher acts as facilitator and resource provider and the students as agents over the classroom environment and learning. There is a close relationship between active learning and critical thinking, as well as critical thinking and ICT based tools. Some of the researchers argue that learners learn as they do, and ICT makes the learning less abstract and more relevant to their daily life situations. Secondly, through the ICT enhanced learning, learners choose what to learn when they need. Furthermore, some other researchers argue that active learning involves problem solving and enables learners to develop their critical thinking tools, which is a required competency for successful learners and educators. There is a close relationship between web-based tools and constructivism, where the learner actively participates in the learning process. And web-based learning process stimulate the individual learner to construe meaning out of the content being learned. Thank you for watching this presentation. It is now time for your comments and suggestions. Thank you once again. Have a nice day. This is one of the evidences that how a block can support active learning in science education. This is one of the evidences that how a student can learn simple pendulum concepts or contents through the use of block. This particular website tells us the connection between active learning and inquiry based learning. This particular website tells us how assessment can be carried out using online assessment tools. This is actually one of the websites using claymation in the classroom. This particular website explains us how to carry out claymation projects in secondary science. This website tells us the relationship between claymation or slow animation with the active learning environment. This is one of the websites from the University of Canterbury, New Zealand, to explain the use of critical thinking tools such as futures thinking tool. This is also from the same university to explain the use of ethics thinking tool in the secondary science classroom.